Greetings, automotive enthusiast. Well, you feel like a fireman sometimes?
A fireman?
Yeah. I find a car, and it's just like...
Putting out a fire?
Well, no. I find a car, then it's just like, okay, you know, boom, 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 gotta rush everything, gotta get money, gotta grab a car, and gotta hit the road, and...
Right.
And,
yeah, I guess
you know...
that's true. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're like on call, you know? So, I found a car last night.
Yes, you did.
I found a car.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, and you'll never, ever, ever guess what kind of car it is that we found. But so we're headed to Kansas City, just like on a blast. So we just jumped out of doing the pair. So this car, I mean, if it's not drivable back 3 hours, I'm not buying it. So we're not hauling this, you know. And I just grabbed you as lucky you as a co-pilot. And we're going to go to Kansas City and look and buy a Porsche. And this is one.
This one we had before?
Well, yes and no. We had it in 80. So this is a 944, but there's two 944s that are the best to me. The first year, and it's like the same way with everything, you know, like the G-body Porsches, you know, I like the 74, like the first year, and then the last year, you know, because they're so, you know, and like the Zs, like the 240Z versus the 280ZX Turbo, you know, I like the first and the last. Those are always the best, in my opinion. C3 Corvettes, blah, 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 it goes on and on and on. Well, this is 944, and it's turbo. So we had... Of course it's turbo. So we had an 86 944 turbo, which...
Multiples.
Well, yeah, but I mean, one that we kind of considered our own. I mean, I guess we did buy and sell a couple, but one that, you know, kind of didn't want to sell, black on black, you know, and it was on the website up and down a couple of times. Like I had it up there.
Yeah, it was off and on.
And then people threatened to buy it, and I mark it sold, and then I bought another 944 turbo, so I put it back up, and I figured, well, I'll keep the one I didn't sell. We sold the red one, you know, left it on there. Well, somebody ended up buying it because I left it on the website.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I know. So, but 86 is cool because it's the first year. It's the lightest, no airbag, no ABS. It's the most analog, lightest version of the 944 turbo. But then the flip side of that coin is the last is also epic. Right. The 88 944 Turbo S, and then the 89 944 Turbo, which is basically the same thing as a Turbo S. They just don't call it the S anymore. And so 89 is the last year for the 944, and absolutely love them for the Turbo. I'm sorry, 89 is last year for the 944 Turbo, and I love them. And so this is an 89 944 Turbo, same spec as the S. And it's a great color combo, looks to be a great condition, great driver's car. So excited to go check this thing out and drive it home. We got Porsche Palooza coming up. I may have to take it up there.
I guess you may have
to. Well, I better quit yapping and let's hit the road.
Right.
I guess we better go check on the horses before we roll out.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's kind of gotten cold here now.
Yes.
And so the nights are a little bit chilly. Yes. But now that the sun comes out, everybody's happy. No wind. Romy, she sure is a sleeper, isn't she?
I guess so.
And then Zoe. So it's been dry. Now we've gotten like what, 3 inches of rain or so.
Yeah.
And so now it's kind of a mess. But everybody looks good. We should get back in time to feed everybody by their approximate feeding time. So hang tight, girls.
They'll be counting the minutes. It's the eyes burning a hole waiting for us to come feed them.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Oh, it's a rough life, isn't it?
It's so rough.
It's a rough life.
Just give it up, Romy.
Oh, Romy.
Just call it a day.
Oh,
gotta get up,
here we go.
Gotta go eat some
Shake
more.
it off.
Yep.
All right, you girls, we'll be back. We'll hit the road. All right, we're finally on the road. Nothing ever goes as quick or fast as you plan, does it? So we had a couple errands to do, and then send Becky by the bank to get cash to go buy this car. And like you had to go to multiple banks because they didn't have enough cash. Is that right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
And even the next one I went to, they were like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna have enough cash. I mean, it's like This is like the biggest branch of it too. It's like, okay.
So this is going to be a little bit later than anticipated, but anyway, we're on the road. It's kind of funny though, the way we found this car. My buddy Brian with Epicenter Garage, he sends me an email last night, and he's like, buy this car now, in his email, you know. So I opened up the link, he had found it, you know, people always wonder, where do you find cars, you know, and it's like, well, I mean, I'm always searching, but, you know, we've been around a long time, and sometimes people reach out to us, sometimes friends send me, you know, links, and then, you know, you wonderful people in YouTube have sent me a lot of wonderful leads and links and everything. So, but it's kind of funny, Brian sent me this link, and so I opened it up, and it was actually on Marketplace, and it had 2 pictures, and that was it, you know, which you know, is like, you know, you're always skeptical. 2 pictures, and then I clicked. So what I always do is I always view the profile of the person selling it, and it's one of those deals where there's no picture, it's just a blank little screen with the little silhouette of the head, you know. And then I open that up, and then it's no places to show, nothing to show, nothing. It's basically a bunch of nothing, right? And so I sent Brian a screenshot of that, and I was like, Brian, this is a scammer, you know. I'm like, this car doesn't exist, you know. 2 pictures, no profile, nothing to go by. And so and then the thing is when I asked them about more pictures, their response was like, well, send me your email, you know. And so they want your cell phone number, they want your email to try to spam you.
This goes on all day long.
See, I deal with this all the time.
I just want to roll your eyes and hit the do not disturb.
so I was kind of like, and so then I responded kind of like you could post the pictures here, that's fine, you know. That's what I always just tell them to do, is like, when they try to tell you to go somewhere else, just be like, right here, we're talking right now, this is perfectly fine. And then they were like, well, I don't have Facebook on my phone or something, you know. And I'm like,
have Facebook on their phone?
Well, some people don't, for various reasons. And but then as we kind of continued to communicate, I realized, okay, this is actually a real person. They just don't do a lot of Facebook and stuff. So
there are those people out there.
There are those people out there.
Hard to imagine.
I probably envy them sometimes.
Yeah,
but so then the real thing then is like, okay, give me your phone number. And so then I call them, and then it's, you know, and then it's a super cool guy. It's all legit, you know, and so everything's good there, and, you know. Told him, well, that was last night at like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. So I said, well, we'll come and see you today. So we plan on getting there about 4 o'clock. Looks like it's going to be about 6 o'clock, which doesn't even give us much time before the sun goes down, because sunset's about 6:30 now.
No time now.
So I hope the lights work. so we jumped in our nice little, what is this, 2014 Mercedes E350 we just got in. Nice road car. So just grab one of our new cars we just got in and put a nice road test on it. Nice, you know, it's like something comfortable to just blast to Kansas City and back.
Right.
And so
no tow vehicle this time.
No tow vehicle. No. This is my
in.
favorite. Driving is my favorite. Right. So we're headed up to Kansas City area and picking up this Porsche. I'm excited to see it.
Hope the Chiefs have figured out something for next week.
Don't talk about that.
We're going there. I just want to. I don't know. It's so sad. The debacle of yesterday.
Oh, geez. That was, well, you know, they get pretty cocky and overconfident at times. You know, maybe.
They needed their mid-season beat down.
I don't know with that whole deal. I mean, with the Chiefs, it seems like they play down to lesser teams and then they play up for good teams. We've got 2 tough games coming up.
Oh, I know.
You know, I don't know. Is this going to be a 3-game slide, or are they going to get their stuff together?
Better regroup is all I got to say. Anyways, that's a bad subject.
Yeah, that was.
But we're headed to Kansas City, so I'm just having flashbacks of yesterday's problems.
Becky's still upset about the game.
I am still upset. But go Chiefs. I mean,
go Chiefs. But go Chiefs.
I'm still a diehard fan. So.
All right. Well, next stop. Hopefully, we'll no issues. We'll be seeing this 944 here shortly. Wow, we just pulled it into this. What kind of community is this, Becky? It's like it had gates out there and stuff, and a little lakefront community.
Yeah, some little lake of their own.
This is cool. Holy cow. I want to move here. This is pretty amazing. Trees are starting to change. Well, I tell you what, the next couple weeks is going to be beautiful, isn't it? Oh, man. It's fun. It's always fun pulling into people's, neighborhoods and kind of seeing where the cars come from and where the people live and everything. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. That lake thing was cool, though. Wow, look at that, Becky.
Everybody's got their own little
docks and everything. Man, this is cool. That's pretty amazing. I can't believe how much water there is. I mean, it just goes in little channels and rivers and streams, and it's just really incredible.
Wow, that's quite the Halloween decoration.
Oh my goodness, that's kind of fun. Just goes on and on. Oh, look at that. This is fun. That's what I say. This, the adventures of meeting the people and seeing the neighborhoods and all that stuff. I spy. Look at that. That is cool. I love that color. That is really neat. Well, here we are, Becky.
Yep.
We made it.
Where are they?
Yeah, Dawn.
Is this going to put me on YouTube?
I suppose. How you doing, sir?
How's it going? Good to meet you.
Hey, man.
Hi, I'm Don.
Hi, Don.
There. This is an incredible area. How long have you lived in here?
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
I had no idea. We pulled in and we're like, it's like pulling into a whole other state or something, isn't it?
No, I mean, we like it. It's quiet. The lake's right there. So we have, with second tier easements, we can access lake and dock. So it's pretty nice and quiet. We like it.
So how many people approximately live? How big is this area?
1,000.
1,000 people.
Yeah, that's the north side, and then the south side's over there. They just started developing that about a year or two ago.
Yeah?
And those houses started at about $1 million. So,
Really?
That's
That don't really sound that high, all things considered.
I know anymore, but we call this kind of the poor section of town.
Poor section of town.
There is a real nice house on the corner there. I don't know which way you guys came in. But
Yeah.
it's owned by a doctor named David Silverstein. He's an eye doctor, and he has it on the market for $12 million.
Is that right? Yeah, I'm
get
sure there's
it.
probably a big range.
I don't think he'll get it, but he's got it. In the market. Yeah, so
It was crazy. Like we pulled in, I seen that big body of water, so we pulled into some gates. And,
Okay.
Yeah, we pulled in through some gates, and I saw the big body of water. I thought, oh, that's cool, neat little where you enter.
Oh,
and then as we drive through, it's just like there's water
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's a decent sized private lake. You've got some limitations. You can't have a cigar boat on there. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
well,
So
sure.
22 feet, about 230 horsepower.
Well, that's pretty good though.
So yeah, so you can get out there. A lot of pontoons.
Yeah.
So, but it's
Saw a lot of
it's
those.
good.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't want a bunch of insanity
No,
out
that-
there.
you
This
want that
is a residential kind of area.
That's for the Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out there and
We want
stretch it
this
out.
insanity. So.
Well, let me see what we got here.
Sure.
Man, I tell
glad to
you.
show it to you.
The color. I love the color.
Oh, really good.
I do. It
I
just,
can't paint it for you.
well, it's just like in pictures, it just,
Sure.
it looks a little, more drab, I guess you might say, but,
Oh, in pictures you think?
well, I only had the two kind of, right?
Yeah.
But, and we were joking about that, how I thought you were a scammer.
Oh yeah, I know. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Oh,
This
man.
is the seat I told
Oh
you
yeah,
about, the
yeah.
little thing.
Yeah, see the leather, it dries up, it shrinks, and then it kind of pulls away, because the leather, see, it's a little bit hard, you know, and it's nature of the beast,
Right.
I mean,
Then here's the two things on the dash, right in about the center. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Where are they?
yeah, there's one
I gotta
here.
find them,
Yeah,
but
there's a
yeah.
couple here.
Yeah.
But again, that's just kind of part and parcel of these cars. I mean, every
Yeah.
car has its things, and that's
Especially
kind of one of
after
the things.
34 years. I mean,
Yeah.
I think people have to have realistic expectations on
Absolutely.
these things. So,
Well, this isn't a 10,000 mile car; it's a 110,000 mile car. You
oh
know,
no.
So I mean,
10,000 mile car would be worth an insane amount of
Yeah.
money.
Oh,
because
yeah.
It's supply and demand. There are hardly any out there, right?
right. So I was actually asking Becky when we were pulling in. I was like, I haven't even looked it up yet, but I wonder how many 89s were built. You might know that.
It's funny you mention that. I'll be able to give you the paraphernalia on it. The owner gave me a whole sheet about, a whole packet about 944s.
Really?
And production numbers, so that's in
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you got some reading to do tomorrow, but
yeah. Because at the end of the run, it's like any run of a car. At the end, they get more expensive.
Yeah.
And then they've been out for a while, so they get long in the tooth.
Right.
And then they get less desirable, and so they just sell less at the end.
Right. Exactly.
And it's kind of the way the story is on a lot of these cars.
You want to go for a drive? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, check it out. I like that interior too.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's called linen.
Yeah, I was gonna say parchment or something.
Yeah, that
but
could
linen,
be it too. So
that
there's a
makes
second
sense.
set of keys.
Yeah.
Don't forget those.
Yeah.
I left them in there.
Let me just fire it up real quick.
please.
See how she sounds. But the color in person looks fantastic. I love these cars. I've never had. I like the early and the last. Man, that's nice. That is fantastic. And you see, I got my appropriate gear on, right?
Yeah. Again, the important thing too is this is where it's parked.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
again, it doesn't leak any oil. I think that reseal they did on it.
Yep.
Obviously they did a good job. That guy paid out the nose for it.
Yeah.
But this is where it sits. So.
No, that's actually a very good indication.
Yeah.
And look at that, Becky.
Yeah,
This
that's
is,
cool. I like the
back
color,
in the day,
too.
when the 968 came out, that was a new thing. And I thought, I love the 968, but now time has passed, and I don't like the 968.
I've driven one and I didn't like it.
No, I like that. I like the pop-up headlights and styling.
Right.
This car's timeless, in my opinion. It is. I think.
One thing I did mention is the battery's pretty new. In case it ever fizzles out on you, if you have a warranty.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's weird. I got stuck in there sideways.
Oh God.
Is it anchored? Is it secure?
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's insane to get in and out.
Yeah. Oh wow. That's interesting. I've never seen that done before, but that works. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, they had the little boost. Here's your little boost.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's $100 part.
So on my 86, I put the best way to do it is put an electronic controller in it.
Okay.
Because then it's actually controlled electronically, and you can control it. So you can make it come on harder at the bottom end, and then taper off at the top so you don't overboost and all that stuff. So, but that's just a quick little.
Yeah.
Let's get a little extra boost because I think stock's what 250 horse.
249.
249.
And the 911s then weren't much more, I don't believe.
Yeah.
So then, of course, over time, they became pretty powerful. But
Yes, yeah. Well, what's interesting is when the 944 Turbo came out, they were actually detuned from the factory. They were choked down because the problem is they were faster than the 911.
Well, I know that was somebody mentioned that.
Yeah, and
why would you buy a 911?
Exactly, and so that's what's so neat about these cars is the potential of them is really amazing. They take to tuning very well because they were very restricted and very detuned from the factory. Right. And really, honestly, I think this is probably the most best balanced, one of the best sports car chassis ever made.
That's what they say. It's about 50-50, right?
It's 50-50. You got the transaxle in the back. You got a super low center of gravity. The motor sits in there at an angle.
Right.
It's just a fantastic. People make track cars out of these, and they're pretty much like monsters. Almost unstoppable, But well, awesome. Yeah, just take it up and down the street here. You want to go along, or do we just?
You guys can go.
All right. Well, we'll be right back.
All right. I'll call the police if you're not.
I like it a lot. I haven't even pulled out of the driveway yet, but I am happy. Look at this. The original. I mean, those are never left. The original. Look at the two-tone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a few little cracks, but actually it's less than I expected, to be real honest with you.
Right.
He told me about it, and I'm like, it's a 944 with 100,000 miles. I mean, that's normal. I mean,
I do like the color of this interior.
Oh, this whole car.
Yeah, this whole scheme is cool.
For sure. I'm going to take this down right now so I don't forget his garage door opener. Because that's an easy thing to forget. Wow. So what do you think, babe?
No, I love it. Okay.
Okay.
Passed my test.
Oh, and these seats, these cars are so comfortable. I missed the 86 so bad. When I sold that car, that was a tough one.
Yeah, I know.
this is an
Well,
S.
maybe it happened for a reason.
There
okay,
you go.
say you let go of something and still come back or something like that in a better form. What?
Nice try. If you love something, let it go if it comes back to you.
Yeah.
But this isn't the same.
Well, it's not the same one, but it's a better one.
I know, but that's just funny. I like the way you put that together.
Well,
oh my gosh. The way these ride, oh man.
this area is beautiful.
Oh, isn't it?
I mean, if I was gonna move somewhere,
Yeah.
not that I'm not moving into town,
Right.
so that's not an option. But
it's still cold or whatever, but oh, it feels good. It feels tight. I mean, it's a little bit cold. We'll just give it a little bit of boost here, just a little bit. Yeah, don't go too fast in the neighborhood.
I don't know.
Oh, that shifter feels good.
Let's not get lost.
Yeah, outstanding.
I mean, it's pretty windy through here. I mean, like, I'm not paying attention.
Well, I haven't made any turns, so
Well,
I'll just flip it around here. Oh, here's the exit gate, look. So we'll just flip it around here. What an incredible area. Well, Dawn has just been so super to work with. It's so funny how, you know, that's just it though. You gotta do your due diligence and you gotta investigate. Sometimes things look good and they're bad.
Right.
And sometimes things look bad and they're actually good.
And it's
I
innocent
mean,
and fun,
I know that, and that's the way I go into everything, you know.
You have to just totally explore every situation.
Yeah, you gotta do your due diligence.
In and out and back around.
I'm gonna give it a little bit of gas here. Oh, there's that turbo. There's that turbo.
There's the sweetness.
Oh, okay, Becky.
Okay.
What am I selling now?
I don't know. You better start calculating.
What
in your
am I
head.
selling? What am I selling?
What's the first on the chopping block?
Oh no.
What?
I don't even want to think about it.
Don't know me.
Oh.
You should have been thinking about that already. It's going on the chopping block tomorrow, whatever it is.
I don't want to think about like that.
Well, better start thinking.
I like this car a lot. I love 944's turbos.
That we
And this
have
is
determined.
it. I mean, this is like I said, I either wanted an 86 or an 88S or 89. That's the only two that I'm really, you know, that I really like. But the thing about this though is just kind of like the Z's. The 86 was a more raw car. You know, this car is a little nicer. You can tell it's pretty similar, honestly, but it does feel a little more, you know, a little fresher, I guess you might say. But check the headlights here.
You just went past the house. I don't know if you were planning on.
No, there's the headlights, pop-ups.
Yeah, we might want to check.
There they are, see?
All our faculties.
There's the headlights. And watch them, here we go. And they're up.
Lights.
Okay.
Power coming.
Yeah. And can you believe there's not a drop in the driveway? And he says he's got, like, I can't wait to see all the paperwork and all the books.
Right.
He says he has an
Somebody went all overboard.
The last owner recently spent about 10 grand on this car.
Nice.
With timing belt, water pump, engine out, full reseal service, everything.
Yeah, well, unless he went and moved it out and polished his floor before we got here, it looked like you could about eat off of it. So,
but that's what's great about picking cars up from the customer, you know, because you get so much more information and so much more detail, you know. It really makes it nice. You know, just those little details. But I couldn't be happier with this car. Let's go pay the man. Get all of the goodies and hit the road. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Or to the car.
I don't know. Should you keep it? Is it maybe for the?
Is there a lock and gas cap or something?
Oh yeah, I bet you it is.
Wheel locks.
Something like that. Yeah.
Because that's not my key.
Okay.
We just wanted to make sure it wasn't something.
Well, I appreciate that. I think there might be another one on another one of the.
I mean, there is a black cap on one
There is.
wheel up there.
It is for that.
Yeah.
For locking.
I
Okay.
think on one of the sets of keys, there's also a wheel lock.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, but I bet money that's what that's for.
Okay.
One thing I was out there.
Coming up, we'll keep you guys warm and we'll
I'll tell you a trick. So like to check a clutch on a used car, and it's funny, I didn't check it when I was out there, and I just kind of checked it right here. But like, so what you do is you put it in a taller gear, like second or third, and then you kind of just like drop the clutch. You know, you kind of like you just kind of dump it, and it'll do one of three things. It'll either slip, pull the engine down or spin the tires.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
you
like
spun the tires.
Well, it did both. It kind of went, and it kind of bit and pulled the engine down. So
this is my very tolerant wife, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
No, thanks for got the light there blinding you, isn't it? But yeah, we come up from Wichita area here.
Hi.
I'm a
She
huge.
puts up for my car with my car.
Well, we've been married. We've been in
can-
business 30 years and
Yeah.
married 33.
3. Yeah, 33.
So, and we do
quiz.
cars this whole time, so she puts up with me too. That's we're lucky, aren't we?
Yeah, one thing while you're here that we'll be looking for, just so you know,
too.
our son is taking a new job where he's gonna do some commuting,
Uh-huh.
and so he's got that 4Runner. That's not gonna
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, no.
So we need,
I've got
if you come across something Japanese,
I got all kinds
not
of
with a zillion miles,
Right,
of it,
right.
just give us a call.
Yeah, and then look on my website right there.
Okay.
And we'll
Well,
talk more about that.
I was looking yesterday, it's crazy stuff. You had like the 83 Imperial. My parents
Yeah.
had one of those.
Yeah.
79 Capri. My brother had one of those.
Look at it, he likes the stuff that I love.
He likes our craziness.
Oh man, let's get this done.
I need to grab that thing out of the car.
go ahead. All right, I'm strapped in the 944. Been driving it for a few miles here. It's dark out, so wasn't planning on ending this video in the dark, but we got some street lights and a stoplight here, so might have a little bit of light on me, but man, this car is fantastic. If you haven't ever driven a 944, you definitely have got to drive one, because there's just really nothing like it. They're just wonderful. They're comfortable. They're smooth. They're quiet. They're just great cars. It's kind of funny. My buddy Brian with Epicenter there, the one that found this car, he is a huge 911 Porsche fanatic. And he didn't have any 944s. And I kept telling him, it was kind of funny. I was like, man, you've got to get a 944 turbo. Like, you just don't realize like really what great cars these are. And so then he went and actually he found one in Colorado, and he hemmed about buying it. I'm like, look, Brian, if you don't buy it, I will, because it was a nice like 30,000 mile car, red turbo. And it's so funny because he bought that 86 turbo and then absolutely just fell in love with the car. Then bought an 87 turbo with like 13,000 miles under, some crazy low miles, or you know, something really low. And then he bought that turbo, and then he just bought an 85 944, super low mile, like 30,000 mile, normally aspirated 944. So just within the last year, he's bought 3 red 944s. That's so funny. And then he's still looking, because he's the one that found this one. So, oh, Brian, we're down with the sickness, aren't we? But yeah, this car, couldn't be happier with it. It may get an extensive test drive before going on the website. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. This is a special car, and like I said, 113,000 miles. I mean, but I like that. I love nice, clean cars with, you know, 60, 80, 100,000 miles on them that have been maintained. So those honestly are the best value for the money that you can get, you know, because they've got, especially ones that have got some provenance and some maintenance and everything like that. So, but well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed riding along. So now I just gotta head home, and I'm just gonna enjoy this ride. I got my little FM modulator, so I can play Spotify 1989 Top 100 on the Spotify. I always do that. Play the year of the car that I'm driving on the Spotify, and so it's gonna be fun. I just get my seat dialed in, got my phone holder mounted, and it's all good. So, and the tank is full, so I'm happy, and just all I got to do now is just enjoy the drive. So, well, hey, I appreciate you guys riding along. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, And be sure to comment, because I really love the comments, and I try to comment, you know, to you know, lots of cool stuff. And click that notifications button, because that way when you load up a car, you'll be first notified, because you never know, you might have your next dream car. Have a great day and happy motoring. See ya. Oh man, stopping for some fuel. Got it underneath the light. You have to get the video camera and take some pictures and some video on your first fuel stop under the lights. It's mandatory. Oh, what do you guys think?